At UFC 325, one of the greatest featherweights of all time, Alex Volkanovski steps back into the octagon against the most dangerous rising prospect in the division, Diego Lopes. It's the perfect moment to look back at how both fighters arrived at this matchup. Up until 2023, Alex Volkanovski was dominating the top of his division, building an incredible 12-fight winning streak. Among the names he defeated were true legends, Jose Aldo, the Korean Zombie, and a historic trilogy with Max Holloway, where Alex emerged victorious in all three fights. Volkanovski beat fan favorites time and time again, yet often remained in the shadows, not always receiving the recognition he deserved. Before 2023, Diego Lopes wasn't even in the UFC. In May, he was given a massive opportunity to showcase his skills on the biggest stage, accepting a short-notice fight against the undefeated top contender, Movsar Evloev. Taking the fight, Diego did everything he could to steal the victory, but it wasn't enough. His UFC debut ended in a loss for the Brazilian fighter. Meanwhile, earlier that year, Volkanovski took a huge step towards cementing his legacy. Moving up to lightweight, he faced the newly crowned champion Islam Makhachev. The fight was razor close, with both men pushing themselves to the limit. Volkanovski's win streak came to an end as he lost a tight decision and surrendered his pound-for-pound #1 spot. Despite the loss, Alex earned massive respect from fans, giving Makhachev one of the toughest fights of his career. After his debut loss, Diego Lopes went on a brutal finishing streak. Gavin Tucker, Pat Sabatini, Sadiq Youssef, none of them survived even a single round. In just 4.5 minutes, Diego Lopes finished his opponents and announced himself as a serious threat in the division. Alex Volkanovski, meanwhile, was still the featherweight champion. Returning to his natural weight class, he defended his title against Mexican striker Yair Rodriguez. Fight IQ, pace, distance control. Alex showed complete dominance, dismantling Rodriguez over 3 rounds. Lopes' exciting style earned him fights against the division's elite, Dan Ige and Brian Ortega. Both bouts went the distance, and Diego proved he could compete with the very best. After defending his belt, Volkanovski signed a contract to face Ilia Topuria, with the fight scheduled for early 2024. However, at UFC 294, Islam Makhachev was supposed to rematch Charles Oliveira, but a cut forced the Brazilian to withdraw. A massive payday and the chance for revenge pushed Volkanovski to step in on 2 weeks' notice. The risk didn't pay off. Alex was knocked out in the first round. Despite the devastating knockout, Volkanovski refused to slow down and didn't pull out of his previously scheduled fight. Just 3 months later, he stepped back into the octagon, this time against Ilia Topuria. But once again, the night did not go his way. After losing the title, Alex took a 1-year break. Fully recovered and healed from his injuries, he returned to full training. Rumors of a rematch with Topuria circulated, but plans changed. Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria both moved up in weight, leaving their titles vacant. In the featherweight division, 3 fighters were riding win streaks: Diego Lopes, Movsar Evloev, and Lerone Murphy. Alex, as a former champion and one of the greatest fighters in the division's history, waited to see who he would face for the vacant title. Thanks to his exciting style and fan support, Diego Lopes jumped ahead of the competition in the title race. Despite his age and recent brutal losses, Alex Volkanovski managed to reclaim the title, outworking Diego over a grueling 5-round battle. 1 year later, they are set to meet again inside a cage at UFC 325. For Lopes, this is a chance to rewrite his name and the history of the division in a single night. Experience, timing, and fight IQ versus pressure, aggression, and killer instinct. The answer will be revealed only in the octagon. Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes 2.